Catwoman and Batman occupy the same city and often the same shadowed rooftops of Gotham, but in combat, their approaches couldn't be more different. Their differences aren't just a result of their skills or preferred gadgets, but a reflection of the choices they've made, the lives they've led, and the philosophies they follow. First, consider their backgrounds. Batman, otherwise known as Bruce Wayne, is a highly regimented tactician. He is trained with martial artists, military strategists, and intelligence operatives across the world. His approach is shaped by a rigid moral code and an unwavering need to protect the innocent. Catwoman, or Selina Kyle, was shaped on Gotham's unforgiving streets, relying on intuition, agility, subterfuge, and a survivalist mindset. She became adept at reading people, calculating risks on the fly, and doing what is necessary to survive. This difference in upbringing and worldview affects every decision they make in combat. Batman is, at his core, a planner. He begins every fight with preparation, mentally cataloging possible threats, outcomes, and escape routes. His fighting style, a blend of multiple martial arts forms and discipline, is meant not just to subdue, but to incapacitate while minimizing harm. He targets his opponent's weaknesses surgically, using feints, psychological ploys, and carefully timed strikes, always with an eye on restraint. If confronted with a dozen armed henchmen, he's more likely to disarm, disable, and control the scene, avoiding lethal force at all costs. The array of gadgets on his utility belt reflect this philosophy. Smoke pellets for distraction, grapnel guns for relocation, and batarangs designed to stun rather than kill. Catwoman, in contrast, is her combat style is acrobatic, fluid, and opportunistic. She rarely engages in direct confrontation unless she has no choice. When seduces with speed and unpredictability, taking advantage of confusion and split-second weaknesses. Her weapon of choice, the whip, doubles as a means to trip, disarm, or restrain, suitable for defense and quick getaways rather than prolonged hand-to-hand duels. Where Batman approaches threats head-on, Catwoman will slip past them, avoid them altogether, or lure them into snaring themselves. Her strikes are distracting, her movements slippery, and her priorities focused on escape over defeat. Fundamentally, Batman's tactics are about control and presence. His very silhouette is designed to inspire fear, giving him a psychological edge before the first punch is ever thrown. He'll often announce his arrival, compelling would-be opponents to falter or surrender in his presence. Catwoman, for her part, prefers if no one knows she was there. Her art lies in the absence of evidence and the confusion left behind. Even in moments when they are allies, the difference is clear. In a joint fight, Batman will move to protect bystanders and neutralize the most dangerous threats. Catwoman, meanwhile, will weave between combatants, exploiting lapses in attention, creating diversions, or quietly filching valuables off henchmen, all while the fight rages. He is most comfortable with certainty and control. She, with unpredictability and motion. Her talents lie in escaping cuffs and constraints and fading from view, not standing ground. Another sharp contrast is their attitude toward rules. Batman's personal code forbids killing under any circumstance, and his apprehension of criminals is always for the cause of justice. Catwoman's morality is more flexible. She avoids unnecessary violence. But if her survival or a heist is at risk, she will do what is needed to get away not out of cruelty, but necessity. She's a thief first, warrior second. This difference extends to their use of the environment. Batman turns his surroundings into tactical advantages: darkness to disappear, ledges to gain high ground, walls to corral his targets. Catwoman treats the environment as an obstacle course. She scales walls, slips through vents, and dances across narrow ledges with cat-like agility. Where Batman seeks to dominate the environment, she seeks to flow through it, unnoticed and unharmed. Their contrasting tactics stem from the same city, but serve different goals. Batman to impose order, Catwoman to ensure her freedom. While Batman faces enemies directly, honoring rules he sets for himself and the city. Catwoman thrives by avoiding battle altogether when she can, retreating into Gotham's shadows before anyone realizes she's there. Together, or separately. Their methods reflect not just differences in skill, but differences in who they are, Gotham's knight, and Gotham's uncatchable cat.